button. And then let's take a big drink of lemonade. Hey, Amabel, here's the stream.
Okay.
I bequeath this to you. We're here.
Okay.
In the
I am
pre-stream.
posting.
It is pre-streaming.
I am posting the link. Okay, what do we got here now? We have the marathon again, and each one crossing. Oh, this is the same as the last time. Okay.
Well, then I expect we will both just absolutely crush it. How could it be otherwise, I ask you?
Yep, that sounds like a thing we would do.
Okay, not necessarily a great time for that card to be drawn.
I'm not mad at it, actually.
Well, I am. I've never been angrier. The circle, however, the circle I'm fine with.
I'm less favorably inclined. But this is okay. Yeah.
Yo, maximally rewarded. That's what is happening to me today.
Yeah, this rules. I like that one.
What a good time for that particular thing to occur. So I think we're definitely just branching off to the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very exciting as well. So
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
So what do we have left? The only guaranteed draw we have left is a pentagon. People are slowly streaming in. Hey everybody, welcome to the pre-stream.
Yeah.
I guess
Welcome everybody.
if I run over here, I can add one more station to my densest district. Okay, and then we draw the pentagon. Well, that was a short one.
Okay.
Definitely need to hit this. Not a lot of cards, but I got to draw a lot of line.
I did so badly. I thought I was doing good, but I wasn't. Okay. Maybe I'm just bad at this game. Have you considered?
Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing. I think we're all bad at every game. And by we all, I mean you and me. And I think that's our cross to bear. That's what we got to live with. Okay, so I got to cross the river. I mean, that's going to be trivial. Is this a stupid thing to do? So if I drag both the halves of my line into the corner like this. Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. I should not do that. That's interesting. The only point where I can hit... Yeah, the only point where I can hit one of those from the tourist locations, the monument locations, is the bottom part of my line, which I really want to go in the other direction. But I guess it could be like... Because we haven't actually drawn any triangles yet, maybe the thing to do here is to break this line off and just like I really wish this wasn't the moment when we had drawn the railway switch as well.
Yeah.
It's just like, why did it have to be everything all at once? All right, I'm going to do this. Okay, and then just immediately get that triangle. And with that triangle, I will... So you connect this to mid.
Wait, okay, yeah, I'm good too.
Kind of want to try to like push up for the circle. Just like completely finish that stuff off. But maybe that's silly. Maybe that's actually a completely ridiculous thing to do. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Let's go. So we have to hit some other monuments. I'm going to cut across to here. And then we're going to... yeah, just start connecting other monuments. This area on the left side here, where there's this dense cluster of monuments, it's very dense with triangles and squares, which are both kind of awkward right now.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we'll do this. Okay. Then we just draw the triangle. Maybe it's not that weird if you just... have you considered just drawing the triangle?
You know, I hadn't. But thank you for pointing that out to me.
What if strategy is for children? And the thing to do is always just assume you'll draw whatever you need. How much thought have we really given this? Well, I guess let's draw up to here. This gets me another district, while also getting me another station in my most populated district. And then we draw a circle, and I can't do anything with it that doesn't... like, this doesn't help.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to draw that line so that we have even more entrances to this corner if we need them.
Okay.
Alright, so very important that I managed to cross the river with this line, and this is the only line that it's still going to be like potentially difficult with. Okay, that's really good timing. Yeah, because if we take the opportunity to cut into mid here, then it's like crossing the river to this monument is completely trivial. What if I wanted to do something else? I mean, this square is kind of a dead end, unfortunately, because I cut off the overpass here, so... guess maybe we just take the monument now and hope not to draw a wild next. This I'll take. This is fine. So I just need to touch one more monument. I think I'm pretty solid on my objectives here.
Okay, if I...
additional square. Is there anywhere that actually like goes somewhere interesting? This is the last square. we have triangle and we have a wild left. Yeah, I guess I want to do this because triangle.
Okay.
Which we then have to spend over here. And I mean, I feel like this is okay. Yeah, and then our last card's a wild, so we get this station and that. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I managed to get a 41-point line score out of it.
That is more than I've ever had for any lines in any game of this. You're so good at this, baby.
Thank you, sweetheart. The key as I am discovering here, is to draw a thing that would just never be functional as a subway in the real world.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because this blue line is horrible. Okay, I want to cross to here. I need to touch this. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity. There's plenty of opportunity. Yeah, like that, right there. Look at all that opportunity.
I guess I could do that. Yeah. Oh, no, I screwed myself up bad. That's bad. Oh, no.
You gonna be okay?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. Well, maybe I can. Okay, I can do that. All right. Maybe I'll be okay.
You're gonna make it, baby. I believe in you.
I'm just terrified of like having to skip everything for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so I think it's got to be right to hit this. And the question is, like, do I want to take the overhead, or do I probably just want to hit the corner. Yeah, look at that.
Okay, I don't have those anymore. So, what if I did?
And then when we draw a triangle, we can add one more to our most populous region for this scoring, and that's going to end up being a pretty decent line score for this one as well. Can I do anything of value with this circle? No. This doesn't help us at all, but also there's absolutely no reason not to draw it because the game's over, so what the heck.
Alright, well I got 172, which wasn't terrible, but...
I get a 222, which means I'm almost on the leaderboard when you see it initially.
Okay.
Also, I got a trophy because this website has achievements. It's like, look at this. At normal scroll, I'm right down there. It's borderline scoring. All right. Good game, sweetie.
Thank you. Good game, sweetheart.
That's our pre-stream. That means it's time. That means it's time to do the thing that we came here to do today, which is I tell you why Sega Genesis games are actually super rad, because you seem to have some kind of weird bias against them.
That's because they're terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the weird bias. So let me just launch this thing right here. The music
I
is
mean,
going to fade out at a very appropriate moment without me doing anything. Incredible.
there are good Sega Genesis games,
Of course there are.
but there are a lot of them that aren't, like Comix Zone
No,
or Vector Man.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can stand for this Vector Man slander. What do you have against Vector Man? This is like the third or fourth time Vector Man has come up in the last couple of days. Are you receiving that all right?
I am receiving it. Yeah, it's just not very good.
Okay. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about Vector Man. He's 3-dimensional in a 2-dimensional world, and that's basically the same deal as Howard the Duck has going on.
And the Howard the Duck movie was terrible, and most of the comics don't hold up. Have you read the Howard the Duck comics in a while?
You know, be that as it may. I haven't. I've never actually read a Howard the Duck comic.
Boy, the writer sure has thoughts about politics and women.
I did use him extensively in Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Okay.
All right, who's ready for a rousing full playthrough of Phantasy Star 4? It's time.
Let's not do
Okay.
that one.
The first thing I'm here to show you, the first thing that you need to learn about, in my opinion, is Toejam and Earl. You don't know about the magic of Toejam and Earl, and I think this is part of why you are down on the Genesis, because this right here, this is it. This is the real stuff. I have no idea how loud the game music is going to be as we load into this. It could come up a little. Hold on a second. I can nudge that. So this is Toejam and Earl. This game came out in like 1993, ? Somewhere around there. And look at it. Just look at it.
Okay. Now, which one is which?
The red one is Toejam, which you can tell because he has a cool medal with a TJ on it. And the larger one is Earl, which you can tell because he looks like Earl. He looks like a guy named Earl. Also, they're now introducing themselves in text because they heard what you said. That's Big Rappin' Earl. They are highly funky aliens from outer space, self-described.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, the planet of Funkotron. All right, so I'm gonna put this in one-player mode here. Yeah, I've always, and this is a little, I guess maybe a little weird because I do think that physically there are elements of my physicality that put me more in sort of an Earl type space. But I've always just felt like Toejam is the one. Toejam is the man. So first of all, you can jam out. Just like pick a sick song, maybe the Rap Master Rocket Racket, and just spend some time jamming out. You know, you press buttons. So that's the thing. I don't know which button. There we go. Or you can play the video game. I suppose you can play the video game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it. This is Toejam and Earl. The premise of the game is apparently not going to play out at the beginning of the game. I didn't remember that. It does happen if you, there's just like the attract mode, right? If you just leave it running. But basically the idea is something went horribly awry as we were sailing through space in our sick spaceship. And the spaceship broke apart. We crash landed on a planet. This whack planet called Earth. And now we have to reassemble our rocket, get back home, put our spaceship back together. You will notice that it looks like Earth. It's all very obviously Earth. The tiny bits of land surrounded by water on all sides. The elevators that go directly upward into space.
Yeah.
Etc. All right, so somewhere on this level, there is a spaceship. You can see we're picking up presents and stuff here. And if I open up my menu, we can see all the presents we picked up. Now, we don't know what's in the presents yet. We showed up with several boxes of bonus high tops because Toejam and Earl are sneakerheads, obviously.
Okay.
But these presents on Earth, we don't know what these are. What's a high top? Is that what you like? High top sneakers?
I don't know what that means.
Like what Toejam's wearing? Like they're literally sneakers with high. Amabel, you were as alive in the '90s as I was. Sometimes the sneakers they got a higher top than the other sneakers. Those ones we call them high tops.
I didn't know that. I never.
Yep, that is a real
really
thing.
counted that. I mean, to be clear, until I was like 15, I wore Velcro shoes. So
you get Velcro high tops.
okay. Good.
I am not here to judge the Velcros. All right, I like the Velcro. But these Earth presents, we don't know what they are. But once we open a present, we will know, like, the presents with the same wrapping all contain the same thing.
Okay.
So these two are the same, whatever they are. So we just pop one of them open. Nope, not drop. Open. Open. There we go. That's the buttons. Okay, there was spring shoes. Look at that. So now I'm spring shoeing around. That's the devil.
Okay.
Okay, here's a road. Just like hop along the road for a while, I guess. A mailbox? Perhaps. Should we mail order something?
Yeah.
We only have $3, so I guess we'll mail order this. And this is the map button. Oh, hey, look, that's a spaceship piece right over there. We got close enough to it that we can see it on the map. Amabel, we're killing it. And by we, I mean me.
You, yeah.
Out, running into a sign. Look at that. We found the windshield. Easy. That's all it is. It's just like that. It's easy. That's moldy bread. I don't want to eat that.
Please.
Right now, we're at full health. Our spring shoes are about to wear off. So the spring shoes, the primary value of the spring shoes is the big horizontal jump they give you, which can allow you to, cross gaps and stuff. We haven't really needed them.
So what happens if you eat moldy bread?
I mean, that's not good for you. Hey, an American dollar.
Yay!
So you can see we can sneak to avoid waking up sleeping enemies. If we sneak this way, you can get a real clear view of Toejam's incredible badonk.
What's a badonk?
Amabel, look at the screen. You fucking know what I'm talking about. This is being difficult on purpose. Well, you know, Stephanie, we're on Earth. There's no saying that this isn't Germany. It kind of looks like Germany. There's grass in Germany, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. We keep going up, right? These levels are actually stacked. Like, this level is spatially above the last level. If we were to fall off the side of it, like this... Bummer! We do, in fact, fall down to the same location on the level below.
Okay.
So that's going to come up later, is my guess. As right now, things are easy. Right now, we're in the simple part of things. So we'll just hit our elevator back up. I'm not being very thorough with the exploration, and that may come around to bite us at the end, because, at some point we're going to actually need presents and power-ups and whatnot, and it's a good idea to, by that point in the game, have opened a bunch of stuff so that you know what is what, and you're not just, popping question marks in your inventory.
Hey, that's a pizza.
That is a pizza. Let's see what this does. I think I spawned an opera lady. Alright, an American dollar. There is no ship piece on this level, I'm pretty sure, so we could just hit the elevator. Could just get out of here and not get murdered by this hamster in the ball or all these other earthling shenanigans. But again, I do kind of want to get a sense of what's in the presents here, so let's pop another one. Okay, root beer. Root beer, I believe, refills your health some because it's a food. But also, it gives you, it makes you burp for a while, which makes it impossible to sneak. You're waking up everybody with those burps. The devil is not your friend in this game when he has been awakened. He's resentful. She disturbed his nap. So I guess that's another way in which this game differs from the real world. Here, the devil is not your friend.
Got it.
These are hula girls. If you get close to them, you will also hula.
Well, that's cute.
Broadly speaking, that's a bad thing. What if you're trying to run from an enemy or something? That's a cabbage. Cabbage is gross. Kids, don't eat your vegetables. Toejam and Earl are role models for the youth.
A cabbage could be nice.
All right, let's pop open some more presents. We got kind of a variety of things here. What's this? What's wrapped up like this? $5? Amazing. Oh, here's an ice cream sundae. I'm still at full health. I don't need food. I'm gonna open this too. We're in like a very low danger situation here. Okay, that was also food. So we have found like almost exclusively positive presents so far. Trust me, there will be a lot of the other kind. Okay, this gave us tomatoes. There's a bunch of tomatoes in that box. And that's rad because we can throw our tomatoes and like this is the only attack we're ever gonna get.
Wow.
Also, exploring lets you level up. You can see I've gone from Wiener to Doofus. And in doing so, I have gained max HP. Critically important. There's a phone somewhere. We must find it. No, don't make me hula. I was about to throw tomatoes at this devil. There we go. Unfortunately, the audio is not really like positional or anything. It just rings if you're within you just get the ring if you're within a certain distance. Okay, well, it's definitely not down here. So I can't tell if it's like to the left or to the right or based on faintness if we're getting closer or further. No. Alright, so as you can see, swimming, not so good for us. If you get back out of the water, you get all your health back, but you can drown really easily in this game. I don't know where that phone was. It is possible that it's like off the side of the platform. You can see sometimes there are like islands floating out in space. Our phone could be over there.
It wouldn't be above or below you, though. It'd be on this level.
No, we wouldn't be hearing it if it was above or below. All right, well, we're not hearing it anymore. I do think they disappear after a little while. So, okay, we've done a better job exploring this floor. We've gotten some max health upgrade. I think we can probably go to the elevator now. For the most part, we can just follow the road. So, the world is randomly generated. You use a procedurally generated map every time you play. The presents are randomized. Every game, each wrapping paper contains a different kind of thing. So you know what that makes this, Amabel?
What's that?
The game's kind of a roguelike.
Yeah, I suppose so.
This is the secret of Toejam and Earl, is that it is many people's first roguelike, but it doesn't really present itself in that way, and so people forget about it. Also, it's much funkier than most roguelikes. Crypt of the Necrodancer probably accepted.
And it's not as complicated as most roguelikes so far.
I don't know, man. You gotta open the box with the tomatoes in them, and then you gotta press a different button to actually throw the tomatoes. It's a lot to keep track of. Every one of these songs gets stuck in my head just all of the time. Prior to this, I had not played Toejam and Earl in years, and I still will find myself humming the music. It's gonna be real bad the next couple of weeks.
I can verify that. I've heard you hum things that are now sounding quite familiar.
Carrot Man.
Is Carrot Man a friend?
Carrot Man's not there. Listen, there are no friends in this world. I think the Carrot Man's cool though. What's up, Carrot Man? Yeah, I got $2. Oh, right. Carrot Man's the identify guy. Okay, cool. I spent $2 to learn that there's $1 in this. Amabel, we're about to have a real unpleasant situation with these fucking bees. Okay.
Bees are generally unpleasant.
I got away. I am way smarter than any of those bees individually. And as a swarm, they just couldn't get their shit together.
I saw a video about bees and how much they love to play with balls. Where if you give them like they can walk on a hallway to food, but you put a ball in the way, they will stop to play with the ball.
Yeah, listen, I am not the only creature who prioritizes play over food to a degree that is potentially detrimental to my health. This is a thing that exists in nature.
Yeah.
So these are my super high tops. They have allowed me to pull this amazing Roadrunner shit. You could even hear there Toejam making an audio reference. Oh shit! You see that?
What?
Hold on, I gotta wait for my high tops to wear off because there's only one button that does stuff in this game. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna sneak up. Careful. Oh. Don't move when he's looking. Aha! There you go. If you sneak up on Santa Claus and surprise him, he drops a bunch of presents.
Okay.
It's that good shit. Give me something good. Okay, a Toejam decoy. That's a cool kind of present. Here, let's get closer to another enemy before we open anything else. Or, just like anything of consequence. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere right now. I don't think so. I never have fully understood. I think it's just exploring. I think it's like every tile you reveal gives you experience. I don't think like eating food is worth experience. Obviously, it gives you, health back. So just kind of like wandering around is valuable in and of itself. Oh, the phone. Where is it? Aha. All right. The phone gives you a little bit of map data. I don't know if it gives you XP for the map. It could. Hopefully it does. All right. Let's pop something open. Let's deal with this. Okay. This is just more super high tops. The super high tops do give you the ability to make incredible speedy jumps like that. They're really quite powerful. It's a good pickup. Geez. I guess the elevator must be in like that sort of middle-y section. Sorry, we got lots of speed. We're just gonna get over there real quick. Amabel, do you have any thoughts you would like to share on the majesty that you are seeing before you here?
I mean, it seems kind of fun and funky. It seems like the levels have a little bit of sprawl to them.
Yeah, they certainly can. Look at that move. Woo. Like a Duke of Hazard. Singular, just because I'm alone.
Yeah.
So the game does have co-op. You can play as both Toejam and Earl at the same time. And if you do that, if the two players separate by very much, the game does a split screen thing.
Okay, I was gonna ask how they handle that.
And then when you get back close together, whenever you are within a screen of each other, it remerges. I think it is kind of a frustrating way for the thing to work. But like, what else are they gonna do, right? It's an intractable situation. This is a well-camouflaged present.
Now, do Toejam and Earl play differently?
They do not. They are identical. Except for, the vibe. I feel like Toejam's got like a spicier vibe. Look at this lady in her shopping cart. Got some rose bushes. Take that. That'll show her. That's how shopping carts work.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotta watch out for Cupid here. I don't know if Cupid actually deals damage. But if he shoots you with an arrow, your controls get reversed. And you never know when they're gonna unreverse. Ah! Mailbox mimic. Well.
Oh, you have 3 lives. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the way in which it is different than a roguelike, because typically you only have a single life.
I mean, but you might have a thing that keeps you alive in some way. You know, listen. Think of it as, you know, a point of damage or a broken phylactery or whatever. I don't necessarily think that it's against the structure of a roguelite to have multiple lives. Alright, there's a ship piece on this level. There's also a dude right the fuck here. Man, also bees. Inconvenient. Oh, I tried to sneak, but right, I don't have the ability to sneak right now because rose bushes. There's also these pieces of the world where you get near them and it just like blows out a passageway that wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
I leveled all the way up to Poindexter. What's up now? Get a free life. So this sand is like quicksandy. If we walk in it for too long, we will sink. So I'm trying to stay to the edges. Alright, this area seems just incredibly hostile to life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that the humans who live here don't really want funky aliens to come and visit at all. You can imagine such a thing. Oh. I think that was a random teleport and it just teleported me to where I was, basically. This is a door. That's a different kind of random teleport. Oh, this is a flotation device, which obviously makes it easier to traverse water for a while. Okay, wow, that teleported us way far away. Well, maybe, you know, maybe there'll be a ship piece over here or something. Get out of the way, lady.
Okay.
Lady. Ah, she's killing me. She's killing me with hula. Yeah, part of the part of the thing about the hula dancers is it seems to be pretty random how long you are affected for and how long until you are affected a second time. So you can get very stuck occasionally on a hula dancer. Oh, really bad news. If there, say, is a devil chasing you at that exact moment. Oh, a phone. A phone would be so welcome right now. Just give me a little bit of... Alright, well, I suppose I could have been more specific. That's on me. Oh, I had too many presents. What are we carrying? Oh, okay, this thing is an unfall. So it's not a random teleport, but if I fell, it would pop me back up to this floor. I guess let's just like use something. Okay, that was a fudge sundae. We have found a lot of like the food health restoring type presents already.
So I do like the random presents and you know what is it going to be. Because it does remind me a lot of like the potions and scrolls in NetHack, for example.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's a smart That's a smart thing, and I think that's something that's like a difference between a. I mean, there's a lot of difference between a roguelike and a roguelite. But while you have a lot of procedural generation, you have like randomly available power-ups. You don't necessarily have the thing that I've seen in roguelites where you just kind of have to use the thing and hope it doesn't kill you to find out what it is.
Well, famously, Binding of Isaac, has the presence. Or not the presence.
Well,
I'm playing
well,
this.
I don't know that.
I'm thinking the pills, rather.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's lightning bolt over my head. Not ideal. This mole man is gonna ruin my day. Stay away from me. Alright, let's just maybe give that mailbox a wide berth just in case. Alright, easy. Look, we're doing it. We're surviving. We've got 2 parts. And I've hardly died at all.
How many parts are there, do you know?
Several. Sadly, more than one by a bunch. I think a run is like 25-ish levels.
Okay.
And we're clearing level 6 here. It's not like a super long game on any individual run, and it is definitely a thing you are intended to play multiple times.
Yeah, so I know
the difficulty definitely goes up. You get the enemies, harder enemies, and much more densely. It can get really bad. It can get very difficult on the higher levels. But what were you about to say?
Well, I noticed in the menu they offered, there's a random world and a fixed world. So how?
Yeah, who plays fixed world?
I'm wondering what
kind of nonsense is that?
So I'm wondering
if you want to play Mario, Mario's that away.
Okay, I'm trying to ask you a question. If you can let me.
I'll consider it.
All right. Do you know if it's just like a fixed designed world, or if it's more like a seed kind of thing where you can?
I think it's a fixed. It is exactly what it says it is. I think it's one designed world. It might not even be a designed world. It might be a world that they randomly generated ahead of time, but like it is the same over and over again, I believe.
Okay.
The Amplimator connector fin, a critical part of space travel, as we all know. Ah, no, shoot. Amabel.
Yeah.
It's so hard to control. The super high tops, they're very fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why I don't like Sega games, because the characters move too fast, I can't control them. Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
This is the thing. All games on the console.
It's because of all the blasts they're processing.
That's true. The blast processing really does accelerate them. And if you're playing Mario or whatever, he's never going to just be going so fast he slides off of a ledge and into the abyss. That would never happen with John Mario, protagonist of the Mario games.
I mean, Mario's momentum is like really carefully calibrated in a way where, I mean, you...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying I think the physics in Mario games are really good.
God. Yeah, sure. No,
and the physics in most Sega games are less good.
Most Sega
that I've seen. I don't know. There's some good ones. There's like a Rise Star once in a while.
I don't like this isn't a thing where like all the games on the console share one mechanical.
No, I understand that. That's
Okay.
not what I'm just saying, like, how many really tight platformers are there on the Sega Genesis? There's one. It's called Rise Star.
I mean, most of the games that are on the SNES are also on the Genesis. You know, there are exclusives, and of course there are first-party things. And yes, Nintendo has the better first-party things. I think it's hard to argue with. Although Sonic 2, I will still argue, is the apex of sonicular design.
Okay. I'll probably should see some more of that then at some point, because the Sonic games were too fast for me, and here's the thing too. I'm being a little difficult on purpose because that's what you like. You're attracted to that, but part of it also is that I do have like a more limited view of the Sega catalog. You know, like I never had played Toejam and Earl.
Amabel,
So,
I'm
like,
incompetent.
This is a valuable.
Oh no, what a horrible place to have fallen to. Okay, alright, we're fine.
But I played a couple Sonic games. I tried Vector Man and Comix Zone. I played Echo the Dolphin. Echo Dolphin
No.
sucks so much ass.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see how that would leave you with a not an optimal taste in your mouth. Listen, Comix Zone is not a game where the dude is moving too fast.
No, it's just bad in other ways.
Have you considered that he has a ponytail and fingerless gloves?
I mean, those are some of the ways he's bad, yes.
Have you factored that into your analysis? Have you considered that he's basically the comics author version of Adam X the Extreme?
Oh.
I'm right. That's true.
That doesn't make it a good thing.
Wait, I got the ship piece already, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Alright, good. Stay away from me, baby. Nobody wants this baby.
What an unwanted baby.
What? Amabel. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm done with this level.
Yes.
You can already see things are getting worse though with the dentists. The dentists are extremely bad news.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
And they're so the thing that really gets me is they're so joyful. That's a platoon of chickens with a tomato mortar, obviously. I think we probably want to get out of here in like kind of a hurry. No, stay away from me, tornado! Oh god! Only my bonus high tops will save me now.
Okay.
So this right here, this is just classic. This is classic video games.
I mean, this seems pretty good.
Okay, we're gonna have to go past that dentist, I think. He's too busy being a weirdo to threaten me. He's just doing his own horrible thing. Okay, no idea where the elevator is yet, but here's our left megawatt speaker. One of the most important parts of the ship. Obviously, right up there with the right megawatt speaker. And Toejam's a peanut, as we all had suspected, I think, but now it's confirmed. Ooh, I got a slingshot. So what do you think of this power-up design, where like the power-ups come out of random boxes?
Mm-hmm.
You can never tell what you're gonna get. You can never assume. You can never rely on anything. And then also they're all like very temporary. None of them last more than like 30 seconds.
I mean, it's a bit like some of the potion and scroll design of a game like NetHack, where you're waiting for the thing to wear off, and but you are able to, by using it, you're able to identify and know what that box is going to be in the future. I don't know what that is chasing. What is?
That's a horde of nerds. Herd of nerds, maybe. What's the collective noun for nerds?
Oh, I don't have any answers to that won't get me in trouble.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, I spawned a phone. Not the most helpful.
And but so I'm used to seeing these kind of elements like as a smaller part adjacent to something like, getting some kind of inventory stuff, like getting particular items or power-ups. So it's interesting to have the focus be these presents. You're not like picking up a sword or a gun or something. You're always getting this temporary stuff, and that's, I don't know, it seems like it gives us some variety and some challenge and some risk-reward, and it's interesting.
Alright, we're going to rely on some spring shoes here, I think. Yeah, look at that. Huge. Huge bounce.
The Moonlit Fairy asks if we are journeying towards the Hyperfunk Zone.
Okay, so it's been a little while to understand. No! Tornado, no! But if I'm not mistaken, the Hyperfunk Zone is a thing that is only to be witnessed firsthand in the sequel. Toejam Earl 2, Panic on Funkotron.
Which is included in this collection.
It is, and it is a completely different kind of game.
Oh, I love that, actually. I love it when a sequel does that.
As you might imagine from the title, it does take place on Funkotron, for one thing. Don't trust that mailbox. I just don't. I have a bad feeling about it. Okay, there we go. There's the elevator.
It reminds me of, what was that game you showed me where the sequel was different?
Could you be more specific? I need more detail than this.
The man, you didn't control the man, and like you could yell at him. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures?
Yes. Okay. Not included in this collection, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying that's interesting that that's one where the sequel is quite different.
Yeah. Oh no, rocket shoes. Shit. Fuck. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Than what people would expect from.
Cool. A rear leg. Than what people would expect from Pac-Man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are not familiar with Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures, feel free to look that up. Have yourself a fun afternoon with that. Okay, that could have turned out a lot worse than it did.
Yeah, it turned out okay. Oh, apparently James Pond 1 and 2 are quite different. I don't know what's James Pond.
Well, if you had to guess from the name.
It's a fishing game. One of the fishing game, maybe.
Bogus. It's a game about a secret agent who is a fish. Maybe he's a frog. I don't remember. Okay, well that just fucking killed me.
Okay, don't open that one again.
This is wings. Got myself some nice Icarus wings. So allow me to cross distances and whatnot should I feel the need to do some aerial stuff. They do not last super long. On account of being a power-up in Toejam and Earl.
Yeah. So you say the second one is like completely different? Like how completely different?
I mean, I can just show you. It is in here.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, a door. What the hell, why not? Cool, great teleport. Really, really effective. Can I try again? Okay, that's different. Where did that take us? All the way into the corner. No, get away from my presence. I think I saw that phone. Nope, the thing I saw was an American dollar.
Oh, you should go check out that mailbox.
I probably should go check out that mailbox. You're right. Oh, the elevator. Let's just get the hell out of here. So you can see already, I'm having some trouble with these levels.
Yeah.
If you are playing both Toejam and Earl, they have some dialogue in the elevators. A little bit of characterization. But really, how much more characterization do you need than this walk cycle? Look at that.
It is pretty characterful. I gotta admit, there's a lot of vibe and energy and character to this that's really charming.
Okay, so that's just rose bushes. I mean, rose bushes are cool. Yeah, right. It has an aesthetic. It has an ethos. It has a whole thing that it's doing. And part of that thing is introducing some aesthetic elements of hip-hop culture to a bunch of 8-year-olds. This is the place that I learned that it was good when things were funky.
Okay.
And I've never forgotten it. It's perhaps the only thing that I've really taken to heart in my entire life. Stay away from me. I don't know if the tornado can grab you while you're in the water or not. Also, I laid down those rose bushes. They probably do not affect the tornado, would be my guess.
Hmm.
Alright, is there stuff that we still don't know? We don't know this.
What? Okay.
It's a jam box. You got something to say?
I'm just wondering what its purpose is.
I believe it pauses enemies around it. It makes them all dance to it. So pretty powerful, actually, overall, if you can, get it in the right moment. No. Alright. Sadly, we have no control over the tornado. It's gonna do what it's gonna do, and that might be real bad for us. Like this seems bad. Yeah, this is poor sportsmanship on the part of that tornado, in my opinion. I've got... It's every video game character's worst nightmare. The Lawnmower Man.
I understood that reference.
Oh, no, stop. Ah. I got mowed. Mowed down in my prime. Okay, last life. It's a little unclear because it's pixel art and it's moving around a lot, but I think the implication there is that he has tricked out his lawnmower. It has like pipes. It has blowers.
Oh,
like a tricked out sports car. It's like a lawnmower that Glottis has gotten a hold of. Alright, where oh where could my elevator be? Do I have high tops? I believe the question mark present is always random.
Okay.
I'll say this, the bonus health from leveling up does not feel like it has been particularly useful so far. Everything that has killed me has been like a full to dead kind of situation.
Yeah.
But you know, it is at least in theory possible that having more health will help you. Oh no! Amabel!
What did you do?
That was the randomizer.
All your presents are random now?
All the presents are yeah, no, I don't know what the things are anymore. Oh no! This is what I get for opening stuff. Instead of being a coward and simply refusing to use any of my presents. This is a great cruelty that has been done to me here.
I enjoyed watching that.
Why though? Aren't you supposed to be on my side?
I am on your side. I also enjoy it when you suffer.
Two things don't necessarily connect.
Why do you think I liked so much doing that Thief series with you?
Yeah, no, it was definitely clear at the time. I don't know why I'm surprised now. Okay, just drop me back off on solid ground. I appreciate that. Do we want to try to find something that will help us cross the water, or do I just want to go for it? I'm just going to go for it. Get it, Amabel? Do you get the music cue?
I did get the music cue.
Okay, spring shoes. Pretty cool. Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I am very concerned about my survivability here. Now, my plan is not to spend the whole stream playing Toejam Earl, so maybe I should stop. But I do enjoy Toejam Earl. I feel like you get the idea, though.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Alright, let's... how do I... Here we go. Alright, so we load up the sequel real quick. We won't spend a ton of time in the panic.
I just want to see what it is, yeah.
Okay, so this one does deliver you the story after you hit start instead of before. Down on the peaceful planet of Funkotron. Oh no, terrible news. Funkotron has been invaded by Earthlings. They followed us back, is what happened. These strange aliens are scaring the local inhabitants. So you know, we gotta clean this problem up, right?
Yeah.
Toejam and Earl are the only ones who know how to deal with humans, the only ones who could survive such an encounter. So how do you reckon we're gonna do that? What do you think is the methodology here?
I'm thinking it's like a match 3 puzzle, or like a columns Puyo Puyo kind of thing.
Okay, what diegetically though? What do you think that would be Toejam and Earl doing to the humans?
Dancing.
Dancing to make them leave, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we so often do around here, we're going to be rocking it just Toejam. Welcome to the Funky Forest.
Oh. Okay.
Got myself some funk there. And this is how we deal with Earthlings around here. We throw magic jars at them to contain them within our magic jars. And we have a button that allows us to sort of phase through matter, kinda. And we can jump and do sick flips. That's fun. The arrow at the bottom of the screen points toward the nearest Earthling. So there's still presents. Oh, this guy's got tomatoes. This is dangerous. Alright. Put a human in a jar, pick up the jar. Doesn't get more straightforward than that, Amabel. Are you having a problem?
This is a strange choice.
Got her. Easy. So what about this is strange to you? Why does this...
Well, it just... Because this is generally what I think when I think of a Sega game. Is just kind of a character blow platformer where...
Sick flips,
the
magic
camera
jars.
moves around a lot. There's a lot of verticality to it.
Okay.
And it's just... A lot of them, for me, in my head, kind of blend together.
Okay, I can see that.
And so it's weird to have something that was quite distinctive. Like the first one, quite its own thing. And then for the sequel, it's kind of like a lot of other things. But, you know, funky.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
But this is these are designed levels, right?
Yes. Yeah. This is not random. Oh shit! It's Peebo's groove pad. Peebo, I would like to groove. I have arrived to groove. Pretty close. Pretty close. Awesome enough. Amabel, look at all the groove I have. Almost perfect. Almost perfect.
See, this is what I love about video games, is they let you live out fantasies, and...
What are you trying to say?
Oh, I'm just being a little mean to you on purpose. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You actually are my favorite person to watch do a dance. And I like it because, yeah, first of all, you dance at least 6 times a day. And it's always just this expression of, like, spontaneous joy. And I like that very much.
You're gonna ruin my extremely badass public image. Somewhere there is yet human. Unacceptable. Gotta follow the arrow. Solid. I'm as good at flipping here as I ever was in Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk's skateboard game, right?
It is indeed.
What's it called, Tony Hawk again?
Because of Tony Hawk.
Who's Tony Hawk?
He's a skateboard man of great power.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that guy's the human, but I don't know how to get him. Where is he? Nope, not in there. In here. That's a present. Is this a bush? That's a bush. Sometimes on Funkotron I can't tell the difference. Ow. Okay. Nope, not in that tree. Aha! There we go. Now we're good. I forgot to check the trees for small children. When you think about it, really, that's on me. Who else's fault could that be?
Okay, well, I get the idea of this one.
You say that, but we haven't used the rocket pad yet.
Alright.
This is a bunch of very normal fish. Alright, a lot of you back in the rocket. See, problem solved. Put them in magic jars, throw them in the rocket, send it back to Earth or whatever. I like the way that your character always says, yeah, I got all the humans, even if you absolutely did not. And then the end of level dude has to call you out on it if you are lying to him. Yeah, so that's this game.
Okay.
Toejam and Earl. They are a classic.
Now, what game do you want to show me next?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of incredible games on the Sega Genesis. For example, Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage 3. In this one, you can beat people to death as a kangaroo. But you're not allowed to use. But the kangaroo does not use weapons. Obviously, he has boxing gloves on, so he can't.
I remember.
He can't hold he fumbles the weapons. Have you heard about this incredible game called Comix Zone?
Yeah, you want to show me Comix Zone?
No, absolutely not. We're here to play some Gunstar Heroes.
Okay, that sounds great.
I fucking love Gunstar Heroes.
I just see they had Decap Attack. I have played that one.
There is some Decap Attack.
Dynamite Heady as well.
Yeah, I believe Decap Attack, Dynamite Heady, and Kid Chameleon are all in here. So all of the sort of headgear-based, the trilogy of head attack-based platformers. Look at that. Look at the majesty of that logo. Which player do you choose, Amabel? I'm a big free shot person. I'm gonna turn this down a tiny little bit, huh?
Yeah, this one I have played. I haven't played it in quite some time, so okay. I don't remember much about it.
So I love a free shot. We're gonna start with the chaser. Chaser follows enemies. These 4 different kinds of weapons, right? Lightning, laser, actually is what it is. It's a laser. This is just like the machine gun. The chaser will follow your enemies around, and fire is very effective in close combat. It's just a flamethrower kind of thing. So you'll see up there to the right of my vitality, my current weapon. But in fact, I have 2 weapon slots.
Okay.
And the deal with this game is you pick up 2 weapons and you combine them into a single weapon.
It's not usual that a couple trans girls choose chasers, so we'll see how this works out.
Gee, I'm so sorry I was preventing you from delivering that absolute banger.
No, that's fair. Yeah, this is rad.
See, now we have chaser machine gun, and you can see the bullets bending toward the enemies with nowhere near the efficacy of the chaser before, but we're doing way more damage. This guy is like a ninja or something. And he brought martial arts to a gunfight. Like some kind of huge idiot. Wait, how do I... There it is. Okay. Boss is
We have
approaching.
some-
Papaya dance.
That's an amazing, and that's an asparagus. That's crazy. We have someone mentioning that Shining Force 2 is their favorite game ever.
Shining
not
Force 2
familiar with
is
that one.
fantastic. It would not be good to show off right now because
Yeah,
it is a tactical RPG.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
does the same thing.
absolutely awesome.
Okay.
Ah! These guys know how to do martial arts. I also know how to do martial arts a little bit. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. Homing lasers. Look at this thing.
Yeah, that's rad.
This is just an absolute nightmare for all involved. And I like the way that when it can't figure out any enemies to kill, it just hangs out on you. It's like I'm gonna do damage to something. Yeah, during this climbing sequence, many of the enemies cannot even get on screen because of the incredible efficacy of Chaser Laser. Sorry, Chaser Lightning. Again, not usually a good omen for a trans woman, but you know. Sometimes you get desperate, it happens. Oh no, it's a dude made out of boxes. Look out for his spinning driver. Sorry, you're dead already. Chaser Lightning, what's up? So you jump, and then you can while you're jumping, you can do this like dive body splash thing. You frog splash people like you're in the WWE. If you run up on enemies and hit the attack button, you can grab them and throw them like in the good Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups. And that is certainly a strategy that is of some value, just like hurl the enemies into each other a lot. But also, Chaser Laser's really good. It's hard to beat. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna resist the urge. We could have gone to double lightning there, to double laser mode. And that's pretty good too. But hell yeah, help. Uh-oh, here comes the Pinky Raider. So this game is mostly boss fights. It's like a crazy boss rush game. So here's part of the problem. The chaser weapons are not super smart, and they will like lock onto parts of a boss that they can't necessarily damage sometimes. So I'm actually going to turn off the chaser functionality right now and beat just as though I was using a single laser weapon. We have a slide. Oh, there we go. Oh no.
Careful.
We also have a deep lack of competence. Shoot. Oh no, I'm getting juggled. He's out here tossing me around like we're playing Tekken. That's the idea. Listen, I'm not going to play all of Gunstar Heroes at you, but that's Gunstar Heroes. That's what the basic deal of the thing is.
That's
Gunstar
about
Heroes.
as far as I made.
Gunstar Heroes is fucking great. I have beaten that entire game several times over. It's so good.
Now, was that a console exclusive for the Genesis, or was that
I believe so.
an arcade game at some point? Or
I think Gunstar Heroes is just a Genesis game. I don't know that for sure. I was way less aware of that kind of stuff as a kid.
See, these are games I haven't even heard of.
Altered Beast?
No, Altered Beast I've heard of. Power Up, but like Light Stalker or whatever, like Crusader and.
There are certainly a bunch of games here that I don't know what they are. Eternal Champions is a really awful fighting game, like a truly, truly awful. Space Harrier 2 is the sequel to Space Harrier. Sonic Spinball is like
I know Sonic Spinball.
It's like What If Pinball, but Spinball. Of course, we showed off some Rystar a couple of weeks ago. There's a Shinobi on here, a little Revenge of Shinobi. This is something. Let's have a quick look at this. The Sega Genesis version of Virtua Fighter 2.
Because Virtua Fighter's was the first 3D fighting game.
Yeah. Does Virtua Fighter predate Tekken?
Yes,
First
because
Virtua Fighter?
Some of the people who worked on Virtua Fighter then went on and worked on Tekken.
Okay. Yeah. So this is not just Virtua Fighter, but Virtua Fighter 2. So sometime after 3D games had been out, back ported to the Sega Genesis. I'm a big Wolf fan here. Wolf is my main.
Okay.
This is what that game looks like. You remember how Virtua Fighter looks like this?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they just like demaked Virtua Fighter for whatever reason. I mean, it would be hard to. Virtua Fighter was very popular. People were very into it. So I get why they would think that you could like sell. You can say something is Virtua Fighter and it will sell. But I also think that like you should experience shame in your life. This shit sucks.
Yeah.
I can't even throw like I don't think there are throws.
Some strange trash talk.
The smugness of his expression is really, really brutal. Yeah, it seems like everybody only has a small portion of their moves. And most critically, it does not seem like Wolf can throw people, which is kind of like, you know. But they did preserve ring outs here in the 2D game. Making sure to keep the important stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. You know, it's really interesting to think about the ways in which, for a long time, the console versions of fighting games were absolutely lesser than the arcade versions. Lesser in graphics, usually lesser in movesets. You know. And we're at the point now where, you know, things are developed for consoles or computers. And I don't know, it's an interesting paradigm shift, I guess.
And you know, it was Sega that shifted that particular paradigm.
Yeah.
The game that heralded the sort of like the end of arcade, the end of arcade dominance. Was the Dreamcast, the Dreamcast port of Soul Calibur, specifically.
Okay, yeah. I know the so I know a lot of the SNK fighting games when they did the console for the you know the home Neo Geo, they were essentially the same games, but the Neo Geo was incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
You know, the Dreamcast was affordable, I assume.
She can throw. Hold on a second here. That's fucked.
I wasn't really around for the Dreamcast. That was during my hiatus, so like I don't really know. What's a Dreamcast?
Well, it's thinking critically. That's I think the number one thing you have to know about it. It's sort of a little white console that could, with the other console inside of it. So one of the things that's fun and wacky about the Dreamcast is you know, it is a disc-based system, so they had to have memory cards, right? No on-game media storage.
Yeah.
Sega's brilliant idea, and I am not saying this sarcastically. I do think it's a brilliant idea. Sega's brilliant idea was that you could do more with a memory card than just have it be a memory card.
Okay.
It's weird that was Shinobi over here? The Revenge of Shinobi. Oh, the Revenge of Shinobi is alphabetized as though it starts with a T. Revenge of Shinobi, comma the. So the memory card for the Dreamcast is they're called VMUs, video memory units, and they're actually a very small, very simple handheld console. And some games save files were like they had things in them that you could play on the VMU, and when you slotted the VMU into the controller, there was a little window so that you could see the screen of the VMU, and they used that for stuff in the games, like this little extra information display down in your hands. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And you know what? Listen, little kid me did not know a lot of things, but I was right about this. That was the coolest shit ever. I was absolutely right on.
I thought you could be a kangaroo.
You can, but it's tricky. All right, nothing. It's never that simple, Amabel, in real life, to be a kangaroo. It's one of my many problems with life.
It is in Tekken.
Oh yeah? When was the last time you were a kangaroo in Tekken?
It's gonna happen in Tekken 8. They're gonna have Roger. It's been leaked.
Amabel.
Yeah.
First of all, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Secondly, my point is you can't just be a kangaroo. You have to earn being a kangaroo. Right? Kangaroos are notoriously skittish, untrusting creatures. Check that out. She has fireballs in this one. I don't know why.
Okay.
She's like a full Chun-Li.
You know what I enjoy are those cartoons where Sylvester the cat has a son he's trying to impress, and a kangaroo keeps gaslighting and humiliating him. That's really fun.
And cartoons are good. I always thought that was the coolest thing in this game. When the enemies grab you from behind, like so another enemy will run up and punch you, you can attack while they have your arms grabbed, and it like swings your legs forward. And then if you do that and then hit jump right afterward, when you put your legs down, you kind of like use your whole momentum to throw them over your back.
Yeah.
This is a very neat little...
You know, a lot of beat-em-ups are not the best designed things, but like touches like that really help.
Yeah. Okay, this guy's driving me crazy. You know what? This knife is hurting me more than anybody else. I don't know how to throw stuff in this one. My memory was that you could throw the knife. Oh god, the guy's got a gun. My memory was that you could throw the knife, but I can't figure out how to do it. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite beat 'em up. Although I did have fond experiences, of course, with the Maximum Carnage game, which is the thing that got me into like superhero stuff in the first place. That Maximum Carnage beat 'em up that came out, and then the Data East Avengers game. You know which one I'm talking about? You ever play that?
Yeah, I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
Because I think like that one really gets across like some of the weirdness of those characters. You know, it's not afraid to it doesn't shy away from, yeah, this guy's name is Hawkeye and he's just a purple man with a bow, and that guy's name is Vision and he can do literally anything.
So it has Hawkeye and Vision. I'm assuming Cap and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else?
I think those are the 4 characters.
Okay, yeah, no, those make sense.
That's pretty cool, kicking a guy off a motorcycle. Ow. Here's the problem with these guys. They're cowards. Just the desperate fleeing. Always with the fleeing. There are definitely more moves that I am using here, I'm pretty sure. I don't know really the controls. But I do know the jump kicking people is always right in these games.
So I wonder, do they have, you know, in this collection, do they have instructions at all?
Probably. There definitely are buttons on that main, like, shelf screen that I'm not pressing.
So I remember seeing you with that Ninja Turtle collection, and they would have like the original instruction booklet in that.
Yeah, that is a really impressive preservation piece. I don't think this isn't quite one of those.
Level. Yeah.
I do appreciate that there are people out there that are like taking video game preservation more seriously, because you know it is a real serious issue.
Yeah,
we are losing access to art in a way in this medium that we don't have to worry about in other media, like, at all. You know, a painting never goes obsolete. It's not like, I can't look at that painting anymore because I don't own the right kind of picture frames.
Yeah.
This is one thing that does drive me a little bit crazy in beat 'em ups, is when, like, there's one enemy left, but they have enough health to survive your main combo like 6 times. Like, all you can do is knock them down and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again.
Yeah, it definitely contributes to the monotonous feeling that beat 'em ups tend to have.
Oh shit, it's Bono. So that one enemy has been, the enemy that looks like this, the base name for this enemy has been Donovan since I think the first game. And I wonder if the fact that this particular color swap is named Bono is a joke about Donovan the folk singer.
Oh, it could be.
Okay, here's a woman dressed in fetish gear with a whip. Because, you know, video games.
Because beat 'em ups.
Yep. You know, it's not until actually, like, this right now, me playing this right now, that I realized that her digitized voice sample for that flip is supposed to be her saying head over heels.
Oh god, that's not good.
It really doesn't come through. Oh no, Shiva. I always have trouble with this guy. The thing is, you kind of like, you have to get him with jump kicks a lot, because if you try to combo him, he does horrible things to you.
Let's see, by Metrotron hears that as power kill instead of head over heels.
I sure wish I could power kill this dude. What do you think?
I also wish you could power kill him.
I mean, what does it sound like to you?
Oh, it's garble.
Yeah, it's.
I have enough trouble with audio processing that this on top of it is.
Unfortunately, he has a totally sick anti-air, like, fucking flash kick that he just busts out whenever he feels like it, and I can't really do anything about it. Yeah, continue. I'm gonna see if I can get us to the kangaroo.
Okay.
This guy always costs me a continue. And then that happens.
Okay.
That is some vamp showing up with the Harrier type shit right there. I don't have any idea what to make of that.
Wait, what? With the what?
That's a Metal Gear. The small child who hangs out with us can't believe it. Listen, I don't know what the actual deal is supposed to be, but Skate has always looked like he's about 10 years old to me, and I just feel like it's irresponsible to get a 10-year-old involved in this situation.
Yeah.
Very normal stuff right there. What's up? What's funny?
Oh, you know, I will save it. I think for our I think it will come up in our outro section.
Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah, I wish there were more mechanics. You know, it feels a little thin. All the beat 'em ups from this era feel a little thin, and they're like fun to play with a friend and just kind of like
Yeah.
have them be the second thing you're paying attention to. But
Yeah, no, I think there's a problem with beat 'em up generally. I don't know how much they've advanced. Because when I've seen a beat 'em up released now, it's usually a retro throwback kind of thing.
yeah, for sure.
Like I played the Scott Pilgrim one that came out around the time the movie came out, and it was fine, but it was kind of just, monotonous.
Yeah. So there was a Streets of Rage 4 not that long ago. There was also the new Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game, but I didn't play either of those. There's like River City Girls.
I've heard good things about that, but again, it's a beat 'em up, so I don't really know. Speaking of things that came out, Toejam Earl 4 came out a few years ago.
Yes, there was a Toejam Earl 3 on like the Xbox, and then Toejam Earl 4 was a Kickstarter. Look, it's a creepy clown commanding a kangaroo to fight us. This is fucked. So this is the trick here. There is, of course, a way to just unlock him from the character select screen, but it feels like the good route, the canonical route, to be friends with this kangaroo and to make him a playable character, is you have to defeat the clown without defeating the kangaroo. You must prove yourself an ally to Rue Kind by defeating his cruel slave master. But leaving him unblemished. But it is, as you can see, somewhat difficult because Bruce the Clown is a real motherfucker, and sometimes you hit him and he just doesn't take damage, and also he's very fast, and he's not afraid to whip you in your face, which is contraindicated behavior with a whip. My man needs to take a whip safety class. I did kick the kangaroo in the face there. It's fine. He'll be fine. Look, the technique. All right, that's fine. I'll take one. I'll take one for the kangaroo. And so, if you do this correctly, after you defeat Bruce and allow Rue to escape, the next time that you continue, you can select Rue in the continue thing.
All right.
Oh, I had Bruce in a little pattern lock there. I'm very disappointed. Ah, damn it! It's really hard to disengage once you grab him. Like, you can break the throw quite easily, but you re-grab him so quickly.
I mean, you're getting there, sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with this is I'm not going to have any continues left.
Oh, it has limited continues. Okay.
Yeah, because, you know, video games. Imagine a world where video games weren't designed based on the needs of quarter-munching arcade machines.
Huh. I don't
If
know,
only someone would write a sick video essay about that.
Thank you, sweetheart. That's fair. Can I tell your viewers that I started crying when okay, this is something. When I saw that you posted a thing on your Reddit about my video. That was so sweet. You're such a sweetheart.
Well, thank you for saying so. It was no big deal. Listen, it's easy to promote your video essays. They're legitimately great. You know, it'd be one thing if they were like fine, if they were only okay, and I was promoting them because I love you, which I would do. But I don't have to even like do the calculus because they're like obviously objectively excellent on their own merits.
Oh, sweetheart.
See, I really like Skate's like human torpedo move.
Yeah.
I think when he does it, he just yells Skate like a Pokemon. Although weirdly, he yells Skate like as he's landing. See that guy show up to a fight with a 10-year-old with a big fucking knife? What kind of scumbag?
Oh, I don't like that. Well,
Right?
I mean, the knife thing is fine.
You went to flashing. Yeah, okay.
Flashing, yeah.
That's alright. The game's about to be over because I am bad at video games. In case you're wondering, that's the sound of a knife.
Yeah, that's the sound a knife makes.
just being swung in the air. The special knife tackle maneuver. Always effective.
So I think at this point, you've shown me every good Sega Genesis game.
That's right. This is all of them. There are no other good Sega Genesis games. Amabel,
Comix Zone sucks.
how dare you? All right, you know what? You know what? Fucking, we're playing Comix Zone.
No!
The people.
When's the last time you played Comix Zone?
Here's the problem. You keep bringing it up. And now the people who don't know about Comix Zone are going to be like, what's she talking about? Why does she have these feelings about Comix Zone? So now we have to show people why you have these feelings about Comix Zone.
Because it's terrible?
Yeah, but like...
Look, like I said, I listed basically the games I had for the Sega Genesis. This was one of them. So I didn't have a good time with most of the games. And this one particularly I had a bit, because I was really into comics.
New York City, present day. I mean, not like present day. You know what I mean? Like the 90s. New York City, Todd McFarlane times. Here's a dude, and he's rad because he has a pet rat. And that's true. That's just true. If you have a pet rat, you are amazing. Okay, so the bad guy from our comic, our building was struck by lightning and it caused the bad guy from our comic book to come to life and kick our ass and then trap us in the comic book somehow.
I remember this music. The music's pretty rad. Do you remember a TV show about a video game programmer whose video game came to life and Christopher Walken was the villain?
Christopher Lloyd was the villain.
Christopher Lloyd was the villain.
Going by the handle The Jackal. And his video game was played. The controller for his video game was a chair you sat in that had one Atari-style single-button joystick on each armrest. Yeah, I remember. Were you prepared for me to know that much about it?
I remember.
Yeah. I remember that game. I remember that show really well.
For some reason, only got one season.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Roadkill, buddy.
Why would you name the rat Roadkill?
Because it's like an edgy thing to call your rat.
What are some good names for rats?
I don't know if I can tell you good names for rats. I can tell you the things I named my rats.
Okay.
Ah, hey, he's just hiding off frame. We had a sweet little rat named Gromash. Grom the rat after Grom Hellscream, of course. So named because he loved to get into fights with his brothers. He was always trying to fight and wrestle. But in all the time we had him, I don't think I ever saw him win a fight. He would just be like, he would just harass them into fighting or wrestling with him, and then they would kick his ass.
That's good. I like that.
So that's some real Gromish Hellscream energy, in my opinion.
I don't know
Ow!
who that is.
Look at that. When you punch something that's made of metal, it does damage to you. How do I access my inventory? Paused at 220. Huh. Amabel, how I inventory?
I don't know. I don't even...
Okay, well that's bad news. I just pressed all of the buttons that are on a Sega controller, which is 4. Check that out.
Are you sure there's only 4? Is there not a start and select and an ABC?
There's a start. Is there a select? And if there is, what button is it? Looks like the end of the first page.
If you do the escape button, will give you a menu.
No. It's just I can just hold escape for exit.
Okay.
So this is Comix Zone. This is the energy and vibe that Comix Zone is always bringing.
And it has like 3 levels, right?
I believe there are 6 pages. Shoot. Crouch and nope. There is definitely a way to access my inventory, and I need it because I'm dying.
Inventory access.
But that health drink would be super helpful right now.
It says press the custom button to highlight inventory items and the action button to use them.
The custom button.
Oh, hang on, I'm opening the actual manual.
Yeah.
Which is mostly a comic book.
Sure, that makes sense. This is the zone for it. Wait, you, come on.
Okay, so it's C and then A is what they're saying.
Like hold C? C is block. I guess that kind of makes sense. Strigil, you are a terrible fighter. I have designed the wackest comic book characters in history. Look at this. It's embarrassing. Okay. Hold C. Nope. It's not working.
Okay.
I didn't really want to punch the fan to death, is the thing. Like, that's gonna tear up my hand. Yep, like that. Oh, okay, I found a button. I found a button that does the thing.
Okay, what was it?
Apparently this is configured to work like a 6-button controller. It's just the other 3 buttons are not where I thought they were going to be.
Okay. Did they have 6-button controllers for them?
They did, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you did, because we talked about this. Remember, I went and found, for the previous Sega stream, I went and found a picture of my
I don't remember
ridiculous
that.
controller.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Okay.
Look at his amazing martial arts moves. Sketch Turner, you're the coolest.
It's a cool looking game.
His name was Sketch Turner because he's a comic book artist. And he has the same hair as Riff from Sluggy Freelance.
He does, yeah. Do you remember when...
He actually has a lot of Riff vibes. His whole kind of thing is...
Do you remember when comic book artists were like hot shit superstars for like 2 years in the 90s?
Yeah, when for some reason everybody decided that Rob Liefeld was the coolest person you could be.
Yeah.
Okay, this is killing me. The enemies block way too much and you have no way of countering a block. Also, I should not have drawn them having projectile attacks. Find the combination. I did it. I solved the puzzle, Amabel. Video games.
Good job.
Suddenly. I hope you are really impressed with the enemies that we've seen so far, because I'm pretty sure that's all the enemies. And we're just gonna see those guys over and over again forever. So I'm gonna stop playing this game now. Oh no, wait, there's these guys. I'm gonna stop playing this game now, but first, let me deploy my secret weapon. Sick 'em, boy! Look at that, they're terrified of him. And for some reason he has crazy electric powers.
Yeah, so when I say Comix Zone is bad, what I mean is that it doesn't have a whole lot of new ideas or content. I think once you play that first couple levels, first of all, you played half the game. And secondly, you've seen everything there is to kind of see.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And also,
that's a fair
it's ridiculously
criticism.
hard.
Yeah, it's like
it
the
is
thing
cool.
is, it's not hard in a way that's like interesting though. It's just really
Yeah.
punishing. Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it is cool though. It does look cool. Like, they put a lot into that animation and the vibe, the look, and I think that's something that I generally get from Sega games. A lot of them look cool and they have attitude.
Yeah,
they
they have
do
cool
what
attitude.
Nintendo don't. But like that's not something that's
the
super...
characters in them will get bored with you and tap their foot and look at you angrily.
That's not something that I'm really as impressed by, and maybe that makes me less receptive to some of the pleasures of the Genesis.
Yeah, this was Sega's whole marketing strategy. Was the Sega does what Nintendo don't. The thing that Nintendo don't did, the thing that Nintendo don't was be rude to your customers, like a little bit. Just like neg your customers gently. And I think that's very funny in hindsight as a marketing strategy. It's just like, hey, you can't play our video games. You're a bitch. The thing is, you have to really calibrate it. You have to really dial it in, or else you end up in the John Romero zone.
Yeah.
And as much as I admire, many things that John Romero has done in his career, and and continues to do today, nobody wants to be in the John Romero zone. Not even John Romero.
So actually, have you played Daikatana?
I have not played Daikatana because since transition, I love myself and want good things for me.
So I don't actually know anything about it. So maybe that's something you can show me after the stream. You can show me. You can find a video and show me.
Maybe that's something we could do in next week's stream.
I won't
come back next week for SB and Amabel play Daikatana.
Oh no!
SB and Amabel suck it down, or whatever that ad said.
Wait, is it possible to play Daikatana? Like, is it available for purchase?
Amabel, please.
What?
Like that would stop me. All right, let's do the thing. We're coming up on the end of stream time here. I'm gonna turn the music back on.
What media have you been?
Yeah, this is the part at the end of the stream where we share things that we have loved in the past week. The stuff that you have been into, the stuff that you think is rad, and that you think other people might also think is rad. And feel free, people in the chat, to do so as well. What have I been into in the last week? I have been listening to a lot of like old music, listening to music from when I was in high school, like System of a Down, like Hypnotize and Mesmerize, that Rilo Kiley album that was everywhere, The Execution of All Things. Let me tell you something. That it used to be the case that I would like stay up all night and listen to that album and cry because I had girl feelings. And now I listen to that album and stay up all night and cry because I have girl feelings.
Okay.
And I think that's a beautiful progression.
Cornflake says he's played a lot of Freelancer. I don't know what that is.
Freelancer is like the cool space open galaxy game that is like the blueprint for all space games basically now. Everybody wants to make their own Freelancer, so Everspace 2 is a Freelancer.
Okay.
It's good. It's real good. It got that reputation, honestly.
Yeah.
What about you, Amabel?
Well, see, this is difficult because, like, most of the media I've been engaging with has kind of sucked. Like, first of all, Monday and Tuesday I was doing the editing on that video, and because of that, I've been exhausted most of the week. So the first time I actually had energy to actually engage with anything, read or watch anything was like yesterday. And I saw a couple movies yesterday. One was all right, but the director's kind of a shithead, so I don't really want to say, "Oh yeah, go watch this movie."
Sure.
And then one was Gorgo, which is an old movie about a dinosaur monster that gets King Kongified. You know, people take him to make him a circus attraction, and it turns out his mom is Godzilla sized. She doesn't like that, so she comes and destroys London, and it was fine. Like, it's not bad. It's just not interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Right. I played some of a game. You might have heard of this game. I played some of a game called Hades.
Doesn't ring any bells. No.
Okay. Well, I've been trying for a long time to finish the game, to do the thing where I enact the Queen's plan, and I finally got to the point where I forged spoilers, I guess. Forged enough bonds with the Olympians where now I can go through again and give them invitations to something.
Yeah, you can invite them all to dinner.
Yeah, so I'm working on that, and you know what? That game's good. That's my hot take. It's a good game, and it's, I've done like 89 runs. I've won maybe a little more than half of them at this point, because it was real rough for me at first. To figure it out, but like there are very few games that are that. Here's the thing, I will not play most games that have like a 20, 30, 40 hour campaign. That feels like too much for me. But these games where a run is like an hour or 30 minutes, I will sink so many hours into them. It's very strange.
I mean, it's not very strange. The game is tricking you, and you are vulnerable to being tricked. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? There's definitely some media that I would like anti-shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, some stuff I saw this week that absolutely sucked ass.
Are you talking about Reboot?
But that's not really the energy. No, you know what? We watched 3 episodes of Reboot last night, and it was great.
I mean, okay.
Tony J's performance as Megabyte is absolutely genre defining, and I will hear nothing less. the thing, yeah, okay. This is not the energy. The energy is supposed to be positive. We're all positive here in this moment. You know what I want to shout out? What I just tell you, I have the feeling about it right now.
Okay.
Fucking Power Pack. I don't know if y'all are up on this Power Pack stuff. Power Pack is a video essayist on YouTube.
Oh, that Power Pack.
Yeah, that Power Pack. Who he has made some real good stuff. If you're familiar with him, it's probably because his video about myhouse.wad went quite viral when everybody was interested in that for like a week. But like his other stuff is also good. In fact, better, I would say. His Signalis video essay is spectacular. And I think a lot of people talk about that game in a profoundly dumb way that I find really frustrating. And so it is really nice to see somebody approach it with the care and openness and the, not trying to fucking treat it like a puzzle box to be solved necessarily.
Yeah, that's something I really appreciate. It's a lot of thoughtfulness and a media literacy, like an art literacy, yeah, it's great. His stuff is great. We've been watching a lot of his videos, and they're...
Yeah, Stephanie, I will say trust that instinct. The Signalis video did make me cry. It can be rough, especially for... I think there's definitely something there for specifically sapphic and maybe even specifically trans sapphic people. It's harsh. It's pretty... I mean, if you're familiar with the game, you know what the vibe's gonna be. Can I tell you? I mean, well, fuck it. While we're shouting stuff out, hey, Signalis was pretty good. I don't know that I cannot remember a thing in a video game that hit me with the force of, like, any time recently, that hit me with the force of, if you have not found a suitable planet by now, accept that you will not.
Yeah.
Jesus. Also, this was like kind of a silly thing to shout out because probably the people watching this already know, but like in case you are not watching our series about Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is rad as hell. Extremely good and worth your time. Okay, I think that we can probably do the thing. I'm gonna pull up on the screen here real quick. This has been the music for today when we were not listening to the soundtrack of video games. The Relaxed Movement, doing that copyright-free music thing that we all enjoy so much. I'm very pleased with the output of this channel. So with that, I think that's gonna be it for us for today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I hope that y'all learned something about some cool Sega games today. By the way, I guess I should say, the thing that I was playing on stream all day is this. Steam's Sega and Mega Drive Classics collection. I don't know exactly how much it is to buy it now because it's got like this weird bundle pricing thing, but like, I believe you can buy the games a la carte. I don't really know. I've owned it for too long to have any idea what's going on with it anymore. But yeah, I think it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad as a collection. A lot of good stuff in there. Also, we're not going to play Shining Force or Phantasy Star on one of these streams because just the sort of the nature of them, but definitely like some of the best 16-bit RPGs, in my opinion, absolutely up there with anything that Squaresoft was putting out at the time. And I say that as a huge fan of Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. Phantasy Star 4 and Shining Force 2 are absolutely right up there. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I'm enjoying streaming. I hope y'all are enjoying watching it. Come back next week for something else it's only like 40% likely to be Daikatana. And we'll see you then.